gun at a farmer. In fact, accused of land grab as well. Can we get Manorma Khedkar's pictures here on the screens, please? All right. So while we do that, she was, famously seen, with bouncers walking in, and that's the mother I'm talking about. She brandished a gun at the farmers, accused of land grab, booked under Arms Act, and now kidnapping charge as well. But why were they able to repeatedly do it? Because nobody did anything against them. I don't know what pull, what dirty secrets that they have of the local politicians and the administration and the police that they are able to get away from all this. Dilip Khedkar is the father of Pooja Khedkar. Income fraud to help Pooja get OBC quota, booked in gun touting case as well. Unaccounted wealth investigation is also going on against them. Now imagine this family, imagine the clout that they have, that they are able to break so many laws without any consequences. And for Pooja Khedkar, from IS fraud to kidnapping, the family has come a long way. She was suspended from the Indian Administrative Services. Pooja Khedkar family is now in this new spotlight. The family vehicle was linked to kidnapping case. This happened on September 13th when a truck brushed against their Land Cruiser. Dilip and Manorma Khedkar were in the Land Cruiser. The truck driver and the cleaner were taken to Pune by the Khedkars in the SUV, abducted. How could they brush against their car? They are the law in themselves. The Land Cruiser was found at the Khedkar residence in Pune. The missing truck driver was found at their family residence. The police say the driver was abducted to claim the damages for the car. They are so rich, but small things. This is the mindset. If the driver should have paid, for the damages. Pooja's mother, Manorma, obstructed the police from entering their house and securing this driver who was abducted. The police summoned Manorma for questioning. Her mother and father are now absconding, and the car is now missing. The police had raided the Khedkar residence but found nowhere. But imagine how easy it was. They were just asked to appear. Imagine if I would have done this, if I would have kidnapped somebody, taken him to my house, beaten that person up, and when the police came, unleashed my dogs, I wouldn't have been standing here and presenting this show. I would have been behind bars in some lockup here in Noida. But I don't know what pull the Khedkars have that neither the police is able to catch them, and then they are repeatedly, over and over again, are able to break the law in one form or the other with absolute impunity. We are going to track this case very, very closely. I'm slipping into a very short break. I'm coming back. Stay tuned.
Hello, Moto.
Moto G96 5G. All eyes on you.
Vanakkam Tamil Nadu.
Now the battle for Tamil Nadu 2026 is open now.
After Chief Minister Stalin rolls up his sleeves.
And Vijay steps in as a star challenger.
This is a mass gathering, not for cash.
Meanwhile, a former Chief Minister, Edappadi Palanisamy, begins his fight back.
The big comeback campaign by EPS has well and truly begun.
These are all the ultimate players, and this is going to be the ultimate test.
That's huge. That is a biggie. It's on.
गोल्ड प्लस क्लियर ग्लास, पार हो या नियर, सब कुछ दिखे क्लियर।
ब्रेकिंग न्यूज का जमाना है। सबको तिल का ताड़ और राई का पहाड़ बनाना है। ऐसे में जनता के जूते के अंदर फंसा कंकड़ कौन देखे? बड़े बड़े मुद्दों के शोर में जमीन से जुड़े मुद्दे अक्सर खो जाते हैं। लेकिन देश तरक्की तब करता है जब जनता के माथे की शिकन हमारी हेडलाइंस बनती है। मैं सैयद सुहेल भारत को जीता हूं, भारत की बात बताता हूं। एनडीटीवी इंडिया पर।
हेलो
हेलो,
बोलिए मैडम। डब्बा ट्रेडिंग कब से चल रहा है पता है मैडम आपको? हम और आप तो जन्म भी नहीं हुआ था हमारा।
We investigated a shady advisory firm that has spent big bucks on advertising on the front pages of national dailies.
ये आपको बिल्कुल उसका ऐसे हल्का सा भी खौफ नहीं है?
मैडम एक बात को खौफ किस लिए रखना चाहिए तो बताओ, कौन सा गलत काम कर रहा हूँ मैं?
After our report, we also saw NSE came out with a cautionary circular to the investors. Market Regulator, Securities and Exchange Board of India has also come out with a release talking about the actions that it has taken. Cyber complaint has also been filed against the entities involved in this entire Dabba trading scam.
We see the problems, but you as a social entrepreneur see the solutions. You are not just creating solution, you are creating a future where everyone has a chance to thrive. For the change makers, the innovators, the ones building a better world, one solution at a time. The Adani Green Talk Social Impact Awards are created for you. Green Talk Social Impact Awards 2025, coming soon.
We're the only country with such a large population of youth and युवा.
Pure talent और कुछ नहीं है.
बुलाने वाला फ्यूचर काफी अच्छा है स्पोर्ट्स का.
Luck, patience and a lot of tolerance.
Life can change overnight.
जीवन में मैंने कोशिश की है सदैव चुनौती को अपनाने.
We need to work towards an egalitarian society, regardless of gender and orientation.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
The world's defining stage. Leaders, visionaries, decision makers, confronting the challenges of our time.
हमारा प्रयास होगा भारत की सेंचुरी सिर्फ भारत की नहीं बल्कि पूरी मानवता की जीत की सेंचुरी बने।
NDTV World Summit 2025, Edge of the
It's been an endless season of monsoon misery, cloudbursts, flash floods, which have inundated many parts of our country, and especially the hilly regions. I want to show you a few visuals, whether it's Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Manipur. It's the season of misery continues, even as the monsoon recedes from the major part of this country. One by one, just take a look, because today in Uttarakhand, in Dehradun area, there has been a cloudburst which has been reported. Just take a look at these visuals one by one. This is the raging, in fact, Tamsa River, and it has inundated the very popular Tapekeshwar temple near Dehradun. Nearly 2 feet of debris has accumulated at the temple complex, and the premises has sustained significant damages. People have been cautioned from going here. Now just let me show you another picture from Dehradun. 10 mining laborers were swept away in Dehradun. Just take a look at this. I mean, this is a horrific situation to be caught in. This happened due to heavy rainfall since last night. Clouds burst in the region, especially in Dehradun, and heavy rains have caused massive damage. All of these people have been swept away. There is still, in fact, the rescue agencies trying to recover or, in fact, save them. Heavy rainfall has also impacted other parts. This is Sahastradhara in Dehradun, where markets have been completely inundated, cutting off streets, stranding people and vehicles. Hotels, shops, all have sustained massive damage in this area, in the Sahastradhara area. Concrete slabs, just let's switch to the other image. In fact, concrete slabs were seen completely, floating in the Sahastradhara IT park, which has been flooded, and roads have turned into a river. Meanwhile, several students of the Dev Bhumi Institute in Dehradun, in Vikasnagar area, were in fact evacuated to safety after they were trapped due to massive waterlogging because of the cloudburst. Now, all this, ladies and gentlemen, has been one of the biggest warning as far as the hill states are concerned, whether it is Uttarakhand or Himachal Pradesh. All these states are specifically suffering. Take a look at this report my colleague Kishore has sent from Dehradun.
करलीघाट में भारी तबाही हुई है, जिसकी वजह से 3 लोग लापता हो गए हैं। एसडीआरएफ की टीम उन्हें तलाश कर रही है, लेकिन आसपास के जो गांव हैं या घर हैं, वहां पर भी भारी नुकसान हुआ है। इस वक्त मैं एक ऐसे ही घर में मौजूद हूं, जो कि पहली मंजिल पर है, और ये देख सकते हैं कि किस तरीके से पंखे मुड़े हुए हैं। पूरी तरह से घर तबाह हो चुका है, और यहाँ पर मलबा छत तक यहाँ पर पहुँच गया है। और इसके अलावा देखा जाए तो यहाँ पर घर का जो एक पिलर है, वो किस तरीके से यहाँ पर लटक रहा है हवा में, और ये बेहद ही ख़तरनाक हो गया है। इस वक्त जो घर है वो पूरी तरह से टूट चुका है, तबाह हो चुका है, और अभी जो बचा कुछ है नज़र आ रहा है, उसमें वो तबाही का मंज़र है। जिस रात को ये देर रात को जब तबाही हुई थी, मलबा आया था, भारी बारिश हुई थी, जिसकी वजह से ये भारी नुकसान हुआ है। पूरी तरह से इस तरह से करीबन यहाँ पर जो बताया जा रहा है, आधा दर्जन से ज़्यादा जो घर है वो पूरी तरह से तबाह हो चुके हैं। आप देख सकते हैं कि ये घर की छत है, और छत तक मलबा यहाँ पर आ चुका है। और अब फ़िलहाल लोगों को यहाँ से तो रेस्क्यू कर दिया गया है, लेकिन फिर भी जो यहाँ पर रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन है वो लगातार जारी है, क्योंकि 3 लोग मलबे में दबे हुए हैं और जिनको तलाश किया जा रहा है। दारा में भारी नुकसान हुआ है, कई होटल टूट गए हैं। ठीक आप मेरे पीछे देख सकते हैं, ये होटल और रेस्टोरेंट थे। करीबन यहाँ पर 2 होटल थे जो पूरी तरह से तहस नहस हो चुके हैं। यहाँ पर जो होटल है उसमें गनीमत रही कि लोग नहीं थे, लेकिन काफ़ी बड़ा नुकसान हुआ है। ये सामने एक होटल है जो पूरी तरह से दरार आ चुकी है और ये पूरी तरह से टूट चुका है। हमारे साथ इस होटल के ऑनर हैं। आपका नाम क्या है? अरविंद जी, कब आपको पता लगा ये नुकसान हुआ है?
सर, मुझे रात को 11:30 बजे फ़ोन आ गया था। हमारे गांव का एक लड़का है, उसने फ़ोन किया था, तो गांव में बादल फट गया था। तब उन्होंने बोला कि यहाँ पे ऐसी ऐसी स्थिति है, पानी बहुत ज़्यादा आ गया है। फिर हमने उन्हें थोड़ी सलाह दी कि तुम गांव की तरफ चले जाओ, पीछे की तरफ, फ्रंट में हमारा ही घर है नदी के पास, तो वहाँ चले गए थे। फिर उसके बाद रात भर हम बैठे रहे, हम क्या ही कर सकते थे। रात को बारिश रुकी नहीं, और
सुबह पूरी तरह से
सुबह ही, हाँ, अब सुबह भी पता चल रहा पीछे से भी ढांग आ गई है, पूरी हमारे ताऊ जी का घर, हमारा घर, हमारा मंदिर सब साफ हो गया, सब बह गया। हमारा ये होटल है, होटल भी पीछे से पूरा बह गया, फ्रंट में है ये जो दिख रहा है, बस और कुछ नहीं। बाकी सब हमारा मेन रोजगार यही था, ये खत्म हो गया।
बिल्कुल, इससे सीधे लोगों पे रोजगार पे असर पड़ा है। उनकी जमा पूंजी जो उन्होंने बड़ी मेहनत से यहाँ पर लगाई थी वो पूरी तरह टूट चुका है। सहस्त्रधारा पूरी देश दुनिया में मशहूर था। यहाँ पे विदेशी लोग आते थे, भारत के लोग आते थे, यहाँ पे अलग अलग राज्यों से आते थे। लेकिन अब देख सकते हैं कि पूरी तरह से ये भारी नुकसान हुआ है और लगातार नुकसान का आकलन किया जा रहा है। लेकिन प्रकृति का रौद्र रूप है जिसने यहाँ पर काफ़ी तबाही मचाई है।
Himachal Pradesh, the other hill state in the country, has also suffered unprecedented damage this monsoon. I want to show you some visuals from Mandi and from Dehradun as well. This is in Mandi district. Because of massive rainfall in the night, it has caused a lot of damage in Mandi. And remember, Mandi has been at the epicenter of cloudbursts, flash floods throughout this season. The entire market in the Dharampur area has been almost swept away, has been finished as far as this area is concerned. Meanwhile, in capital Shimla as well, things have been quite dramatic. Huge, landslides have created a lot of damage in Shimla as well. Near the highway number 5, 12 vehicles have been buried because of the trees and the boulders which have come crumbling down the mountains here in Shimla. The national highway has been cut off, and at this moment there are a lot of people, those stuck on either side. Look at this, how the truck is dangling in a dangerous situation here in Shimla. Many commuters are stuck because of these huge landslides. VD Sharma gets us this report.
हिमाचल प्रदेश में भारी बारिश का कहर अभी भी जारी है। और अगर मैं आपको ताज़ा स्थिति बताऊं तो शिमला राजधानी की बात करूं तो यहाँ पर नेशनल हाईवे 05 पर भारी लैंडस्लाइड हुआ है। सुबह से जो है ट्रैफिक बंद है, आवाजाही ठप है। पिछले 2 घंटे से अगर मैं बात करूं तो शिमला के हिमलैंड में जो है भारी लैंडस्लाइड हुआ है और यहाँ पर जो है करीब 1 दर्जन के करीब गाड़ियाँ दब गई थी। कई विशालकाय पेड़ गिरे हैं। ये जो है तस्वीरें मैं आपको घटना स्थल की बता रहा हूँ। यहाँ पर कई गाड़ियाँ दब गई, कई विशालकाय पेड़ गिर गए। और इसी तरह से जो है मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ कि शिमला के BCS विकास नगर और महली ISBT पांजड़ी के पास जो है दर्जन भर गाड़ियाँ दब गई। और इसी तरह से जगह जगह लैंडस्लाइड हुए हैं और हिमाचल प्रदेश में कमोबेश यही स्थिति जो है अलग अलग जगहों पर है। और लगातार पिछले अगर मैं आपसे बात करूं तो 24 से 48 घंटे से जगह जगह जो है भारी बारिश हो रही है। और ये जो है मैं आपको बताऊं, जो मैं तस्वीरें आपको दिखा रहा हूं इस वक्त, ये हिमलैंड के पास की है। और यहाँ पर जो है इस तरह से जो है लैंडस्लाइड हुआ कि ऊपर से जो है सारा मलबा जो है, पेड़ गिर गए, मलबा गिर गया और नीचे जो है गाड़ियाँ दब गई। और मेरे पीछे अगर मैं आपको यहाँ से पैन करके दिखाने का प्रयास करूँ तो मेरे पीछे जो है यहाँ जो है मेरे पीछे जो है आपको गाड़ी जो है दबी हुई दिखाई देगी। और यहाँ पर जो है हल्का फुल्का ट्रैफिक भी जो है शुरू हो गया है। ये देखिए आप मेरे पीछे ये गाड़ियाँ जो है दबी हुई है। और इसी तरह से कमोबेश शिमला शहर में और राजधानी शिमला में जगह जगह लैंडस्लाइड हुए हैं।
Right, we are slipping into a very short break at this moment. Situation in Manipur is also very, very critical. But the mountain states, there is a very clear message for us. It's still time. If we don't heed to these warning signs, it will be too late. Coming back with much more on the other side. Stay tuned.
Hello, Moto.
Moto G96 5G. All eyes on you.
Rajasthan is history, culture, and much more. And I have been reporting on all things royal for more than 25 years.
The colors, the culture, and the complexities of the Northeast is different from the rest of the country. I have been bringing the Northeast closer to the capital for over 15 years. Madhya Pradesh is the heart of India, and I have been capturing its every beat for over 10 years, covering the corridors of power, what is said, what is left unsaid, and what it actually means for you and me. I have it all covered.
Kashmir is often called paradise on earth, a region that has been in a state of flux from conflict to India's crowning glory. I have been reporting and decoding Jammu and Kashmir for last 3 decades.
तू ही तो है जिसकी सच्चाई वाली क्लैरिटी की वजह से मैं आज यहाँ हूँ।
गोल्ड प्लस सिल्वॉक्सी मिरर्स, ऐसी क्लैरिटी कि आपको सिर्फ सच नजर आए, चाहे कितने भी साल बीत जाएं।
He has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. And now, Aditya Rajkol begins a new chapter at NDTV.
Actually, I'm taking off because the stories I cover don't sit still. To bring the world to India and to take India to the world, I need to be where action is.
Aditya Rajkol, covering international affairs like no one else. Only on NDTV network.
The best app to use is the NDTV app.
दुनिया भर में जब भी भारतीय मीडिया की चर्चा होती है तो एनडीटीवी सबसे पहले जिक्र में आता है।
मैं आपका बात से सहमत हूं, उल्टे हम भी जब विदेश जाते हैं, the best app to use is the NDTV app.
The markets move fast.
And so should your portfolio. Expert insights, real-time stock picks.
Do I buy Ola?
Should I hold
CDSL
for the long term? Buy, sell or hold?
The answers you need, straight from the experts.
Callers from India and across the world. Connect live, ask, decide and invest wisely.
Your portfolio, your future. Ask Profit.
Pulling us into this country.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down.
Welcome back, and in the last segment of my show, I want to leave you with some absolutely gravity-defying images. I mean, this is athlete Mundo Duplantis, who has created history by breaking the world record with a gravity-defying high jump at the World Athletic Championships in Tokyo. It was a remarkable feat. He breached the 6.30 meter mark. Watch this record. It's absolutely terrific. I'll leave you with these images. I'll see you tomorrow.
Blow again. Even his dad is on the verge of tears this time. Just when you think he can't get any better, he does. We will never forget the night that Mundo Duplantis lit up the stadium and captured the headlines and the hearts.
Vanakkam Tamil Nadu.
Well, the battle for Tamil Nadu 2026 is open now.
After Chief Minister Stalin rolls up his sleeves and Vijay steps in as a star challenger.
This is a mass gathering not for cash.
Meanwhile, a former Chief Minister, Edappadi Palanisamy, begins his fight back.
The big comeback campaign by EPS has well and truly begun.
These are all the ultimate players, and this is going to be the ultimate test.
ब्रेकिंग न्यूज का जमाना है, सबको तिल का ताड़ और राई का पहाड़ बनाना है। ऐसे में जनता के जूते के अंदर फंसा कंकड़ कौन देखे? बड़े बड़े मुद्दों के शोर में जमीन से जुड़े मुद्दे अक्सर खो जाते हैं, लेकिन देश तरक्की तब करता है जब जनता के माथे की शिकन हमारी हेडलाइंस बनती है। मैं सैयद सुहेल भारत को जीता हूं, भारत की बात बताता हूं। NDTV इंडिया पर।
हेलो बोलिए मैडम, डब्बा ट्रेडिंग कब से चल रहा है पता है मैडम आपको? हम और आप तो जन्म भी नहीं हुआ था हमारा।
We investigated a shady advisory firm that has spent big bucks on advertising on the front pages of national dailies.
ये आपको बिल्कुल उसका ऐसे हल्का सा भी खौफ नहीं है?
मैडम एक बात, खौफ किस लिए रखना चाहिए तो बताओ, कौन सा गलत काम कर रहा हूँ मैं?
After our report, we also saw NSE came out with a cautionary circular to the investors. Market Regulator Securities and Exchange Board of India has also come out with a release talking about the actions that it has taken. Cyber complaint has also been filed against the entities involved in this entire Dabba trading scam.
We see the problems, but you as a social entrepreneur see the solutions. You are not just creating solution, you are creating a future where everyone has a chance to thrive. For the change makers, the innovators, the ones building a better world, one solution at a time. The Adani Green Talk Social Impact Awards are created for you. Green Talk Social Impact Awards 2025, coming soon.
We're the only country with such a large population of youth and युवा.
Pure talent और कुछ नहीं है.
बुलाने वाला फ्यूचर काफी अच्छा है स्पोर्ट्स का.
Luck, patience and a lot of tolerance.
Life can change overnight.
जीवन में मैंने कोशिश की है सदैव चुनौती को अपनाने.
We need to work towards an egalitarian society, regardless of gender and orientation.
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind, I pause, I reflect, I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
The world's defining stage. Leaders, visionaries, decision makers, confronting the challenges of our time.
हमारा प्रयास होगा भारत की सेंचुरी सिर्फ भारत की नहीं बल्कि पूरी मानवता की जीत की सेंचुरी बने।
NDTV World Summit 2025, Edge of the Unknown, 17th to 18th October, only on NDTV.
Rajasthan is history, culture, and much more. And I have been reporting on all things royal for more than 25 years.
The colors, the culture and the complexities of the Northeast is different from the rest of the country. I have been bringing the Northeast closer to the capital for over 15 years. Madhya Pradesh is the heart of India, and I have been capturing its every beat for over 10 years, covering the corridors of power, what is said, what is left unsaid, and what it actually means for you and me. I have it all covered.
Kashmir is often called paradise on earth, a region that has been in a state of flux from conflict to India's crowning glory. I have been reporting and decoding Jammu and Kashmir for last 3 decades.
The best app to use is the NDTV app.
दुनिया भर में जब भी भारतीय मीडिया की चर्चा होती तो एनडीटीवी सबसे पहले जिक्र में आता है।
मैं आपका बात से सहमत हूं, उल्टे हम भी जब विदेश जाते हैं, द बेस्ट ऐप टू यूज इज द एनडीटीवी ऐप।
Hello and welcome to the Southern View. Lots lined up with Vasudha and me over the next 60 minutes. Namaskaram, Namaskara, Baunnara, Nallar Kingla as always.
Welcome, Veera, and namaskar to all our viewers. Special focus this evening on the fight for Anna in the age of AI, intervened politics between the TV and the DMK.
We'll also have a special exclusive with AIADMK Chief Asaduddin Owaisi on the Waqf. But first, let's take you through the headlines. We're tracking this up.
Pakistan Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif meet US President Donald Trump on the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly. Next week, he may be accompanied by Pak Army Chief Asim Munir.
India and the United States eye a break in day-long talks. Trade negotiators hold talks in New Delhi. This is the first face-to-face trade discussion since US President Donald Trump levied 50% tariffs on India.
Apollo Tyres named new sponsor for Indian cricket team after Dream 11 exit. The deal will mean 50 lakhs more per match for the BCCI.
Well, first up to a bit of breaking news that came in today from the Karnataka High Court, which annulled Congress MLA Nanjay Gowda's 2023 election from the Malur constituency in Kolar district. So all this coming in the backdrop, against the backdrop of all that conversation around SIR and electoral malpractices.
That's right, Veera. This verdict came from a judge, from a bench led by Justice R. Devadas, which was hearing an election petition filed by BJP's KS Manjunath Gowda, who had lost to Nanjay Gowda. Now, the petition has alleged irregularities during counting process, and also the court ordered a recount of votes polled in the 2023 State Assembly elections.
That's right. Deepak Boopanda now joins us live for a very quick update. Obviously, Nanjay Gowda would move the apex court against this order. Deepak, tell us what you're picking up at the moment.
Well, this is a very important development, considering the fact that for the last several weeks, Veera, there has been a lot of chorus around, fraudulence or fraudulent practices surrounding elections. Now, this was a petition that was filed by the BJP candidate. This was a victory for the Congress candidate here on a very, very slender margin. It was just 248 votes, and while the election petition, of course, was filed in the Karnataka High Court, the argument here was that the counting process didn't happen as planned. There was something that was amiss, and when the Election Commission was requested to provide the CCTV, that was also not done. The hearing, of course, was on for several months together, and finally today the Karnataka High Court coming out and annulling this election, which would essentially mean that Nanjay Gowda, the Congress legislator from Malur in Kolar, will cease to be an MLA until the recounting of votes happen. But of course, as far as a protocol suggests that in election petitions, there's always the option to go to the top court once again. So that's the option that they have chosen for. And today, the advocates on behalf of Nanjay Gowda did tell the High Court that they need to keep this order in abeyance until they knock the doors of the Supreme Court. So the High Court right now has given them 30 days time to do so, until when the current orders of the Karnataka High Court will be stayed. But however, this doesn't stop the BJP, of course, from taking pot shots now at the Congress, because the entire claim of fraudulence in elections now is thrown back at the Congress party.
That's right, Deepak. Though there is a fine distinction here, because this is about the counting process, whereas the SIR controversy is largely about the electoral rolls itself, which is there is a distinct difference there, but we'll keep a close watch on this case. Thanks very much there, Deepak Boopanda, with those details. Now, Vasudha, to another horrific case of 16 men between the age of 25 and 51 sexually abusing a 16-year-old boy in Kerala over a period of 2 years. They lured the boy with a mobile app used by the LGBT community, and the repeated assault happened at a boys' home in Kasargod district of the state.
That's right, Veera. The accused include 2 government employees, and the victim here was in his 10th standard. In fact, the case came to light after the boy's mother reported the crime to the police. This after the boy revealed what he went through to her. One of the arrested suspects is a railways employee, and the Kerala police have set up an SIT to probe this horrific case.
That's right. NDTV's Uma Sudhir has the details.
14 separate cases have been booked under the protection of children from sexual offences against 16 accused. That includes a politician. There are some government employees, including a railway employee as well as a football coach. What we understand is that the accused got in touch with the teenage boy, only about 16 years old, a 10th class student, through a mobile dating app that is meant for the LGBTQ community. This boy had downloaded it, we are told, about 2 years ago, and that's how his exploitation or contact with these accused happened. The mother of the boy is a single parent, and she had given the mobile phone not just for educational purpose but also so that she can stay in touch with him and keep him safe, and that's why the data was available as well. And he had downloaded the app, and it's one day when she came home and she saw a man fleeing from the house. She questioned the son, and that's when he told her that this kind of a sexual exploitation has been going on, and she reported the childline, who then came to the police. So about 8 cases have been booked in Kasargod itself, because the offence has also happened at the home of the boy itself, and they've also happened in Kannur, in Kozhikode and in Ernakulam, where separate cases have been booked. And what we understand is that 9 people have been arrested so far. The Kasargod SP Vijay Bharat Reddy, to who I spoke, he has specifically said that they are also looking at the Grindr app, whether there are any regulatory issues because of which, for instance, there is a self-declaration or self-verification of the age, which because only a major can join this kind of an, only an adult can join this kind of an app, and those kind of issues are also being investigated into by the police.
Clearly a horrific case, Veera, and I hope the SIT actually gets to the bottom of this. But moving on to big political focus stories this evening, and this from Tamil Nadu. AIADMK chief Edappadi Palanisamy is in the national capital today to meet with top BJP leadership, including Home Minister Amit Shah. That's going to happen around 8:30 at night, is what we understand. Remember, EPS has been facing trouble from factions within his party, and also demands from ousted, expelled AIADMK leaders to with demands seeking the reunity of this entire party.
That's right, Vasudha. EPS is seen to be in full control of the AIADMK and has the backing of the BJP, a great equation with state BJP chief Nainar Nagendran as well. It would be interesting to watch the political optics from the BJP on the meeting today. TTV Dinakaran, remember, even earlier in the day, who was ousted by EPS from the AIADMK, publicly hit out at Edappadi Palanisamy. The faction troubles came to the fore with public comments by party's 9-time MLA K.A. Sengottayan, following which he was relieved of his party post by Edappadi Palanisamy. So what's the buzz in New Delhi, Vasudha? Will the BJP ask EPS to perhaps take other factions together, or categorically reiterated that the final call on all matters in Tamil Nadu will be with Edappadi Palanisamy?
Well, Veera, what I understand is that the Home Minister and the entire BJP leadership have a lot of data with them right now. They're going to give a lot of feedback to Edappadi Palanisamy, including feedback on his own yatra that he undertook. More importantly, they're going to look at ways to corner the DMK, also look at ways to corner the ministers who face serious charges. And more importantly, with Vijay's popularity growing in the state, they're also looking at the best possible NDA strategy that will likely increase their chances of coming to power.
Interesting that you say that, Vasudha. Very quickly to probe you further, in terms of the NDA itself in Tamil Nadu, there is a lot of trouble with the PMK in trouble as well. Does the BJP and the AIADMK really want to work towards getting more allies? Do they believe that it's all set in stone right now, or do they believe a little more political realignment will happen in Tamil Nadu ahead of 2026?
Well, Veera, 2014 for them is a benchmark, because that's when the whole Kutani came together, except of course the AIADMK. They want all the smaller players to be part of this one large alliance, so that, the caste factor is mitigated. That EPS is a gounder. They want the Tevar factions to also come in, which also include Sashikala Dinakaran and OPS. What I understand from the BJP leadership is that they want a consolidated AIADMK BJP NDA alliance, which will ensure that it has the safety cushion to take on the DMK.
That's right. A consolidated AIADMK NDA BJP alliance could include the factions that are uncomfortable to EPS. Let's see how that plays out. Meanwhile, Vasudha, an artificial intelligence generated video of founder of the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, C.N. Annadurai, and Dravidian icon EVR Periyar by actor Vijay's Tamizhaga Vetri Kazhagam has evoked sharp reactions from the DMK. The campaign video shows Anna and Periyar endorsing Vijay and raises multiple questions over whether it is even disinformation and gimmickry from
That's
a
right,
political
Veera. It also
party.
raises some deeper questions on the fight for ideological icons in Tamil Nadu. The TVK, remember, has taken an ideological position very similar to the DMK on most issues. For instance, it has today released a strongly worded statement on Hindi imposition, taking on Union Minister Amit Shah's statements, recent comments on Hindi Divas. However, it is electorally taking on the DMK. Multiple questions here, Veera, from the use of AI-generated videos in political campaigns, allegedly spreading disinformation to the question of appropriation of Dravidian icons.
That's right, Vasudha. Joining us this evening, Telmuri Prasanna of the TVK and Salem Dharanidharan of the DMK. Thanks to both of you for joining us. Telmuri Prasanna, first to you. Some would argue that this is a disinformation. Creating of AI videos is okay with film world, but not on the political stage.
Okay, then the first question, for CM sir, like Kamarajar sir was congratulating CM sir for expanding the morning breakfast system. That was the AI video has been created. Is it okay then? Like, it is also a fake video which has been created that it has been congratulating. And then if even Annadurai is present now, he would say the same thing. What are all the Annadurai's ideology? They have never followed, actually, currently. The first one is he was against the dynasty and he started the party. But what happened now, currently, the dynasty rule is happening. See, first Mr. Kalanga Karunanidhi came, and then Mr. Stalin sir came, and now Mr. Udayanidhi came. Even though Kanimoli ma'am has potential, why not she? There is no women powerful leaders in the DMK. It is because they are dominating, and these kind of things are happening in the DMK. So
let me get a counter view from Salem Dharanidharan. Salem Dharanidharan, the DMK also used a AI video of Kamarajar, looking at how higher education has developed in the state of Tamil Nadu. Why is it wrong if others do it? Why is it right if you do it? Because technically even Kamaraj did not belong to the DMK.
It's ironical that someone would have to use the founder of our party to advertise their party. That itself shows the dire situation they are in. Right? DMK need not have to borrow from the ideology of any other party. This is clear case of misinformation, as if he's endorsing a new party that has just been started. Any democracy, anyone can start a party. But why spread misinformation? And I think more than that, I don't mind, people I think can really discern. Annadurai is the founder of the DMK. And the party is the only party that's a sole torchbearer of his ideology today. From anything, from federalism to state right. Let me speak. I never interrupted you.
Annadurai is the founder of DMK. Once he becomes the CM, he is he belongs to the people of Tamil Nadu. Anyone can take him. Anyone can follow him. If they have properly followed Annadurai, then we wouldn't have shown that.
Okay, finish your point. Ma'am, let him finish his point.
No, don't override me, please, because when you spoke, I never interrupted. So to say that DMK's dynasty is preposterous, who will become MLA will be decided by the people. Who will get what post in the party is decided by the party cadre. Right? Anyone has the aspirations to become whatever, but anyone can start a party. But who will decide who will be the chief minister? It is the people. Who will decide who becomes the MLA? It is the people. If the people are not happy with the leaders of my party, people want to elect. But unfortunately or fortunately, the people have been continuously electing DMK government from 2019, which means we have the endorsement from 8.4 crore Tamil people. So how is it that become dynastic? But tell me one thing that the DMK has not done, which Anna is posed for. In fact, we have gone and fought for state rights than any other party in the country has done.
No, Salem Dharanidharan, we leave those questions aside. I have a more important question to the both of you today. to an audience which doesn't know Anna, to an audience where, which in front of whom AI generated videos are getting more and more real. What is the power of these videos? I mean, is it also the question of, perhaps rewriting history, rewriting legacy? I mean, on the political stage, Tenmuri Prasanna, whether it is Kamaraj or Selam Dharnitharan, whether it is use of Kamaraj, Anna, Nehru, or anybody else, is it fair to distort facts and put that out? And how much of a danger is it before the electorate? First to you, Selam Dharnitharan, and then to Tenmuri Prasanna.
See, I think it's clear case of misinformation. I think this is one form of misinformation, but in this new age of internet, social media, we are fighting fake news and misinformation in different forms. That is why the Tamil Nadu has also set up a committee to take care of this menace of fake news and deep fake videos of this new form. But the last point, which I will reiterate again, is that it is very sickening when someone would have to borrow the founder of DMK and his ideology to get recognition. But my question to them is, when there is, my question to them
before I go to Tenmuri Prasanna, a similar thing happened in Delhi elections as well. We had this whole video of Aam Aadmi Party released a video of B.R. Ambedkar blessing Arvind Kejriwal, but people voted Aam Aadmi Party government out, right? So why can't you just look at creativity and why do you have to take this so seriously? You can let the people decide. Tenmuri Prasanna,
Yeah, let the people decide. Like Anna to his sister once said, you have to get a small amount of money from the people and you have to serve them. But in this DMK rule, they are stealing people's kidney. Is this what they are following, Anna? And then about the education and all those things. Are they providing good education? They are closing the schools and conducting Ungaludan Stalin campaign. Is this what Anna has envisioned? Do you think? And even Supreme Court has says like now currently said that DMK has been exploiting the temporary nurses in the government hospitals. Is this what Anna has envisioned from starting and he started the party? He was saying we are stealing his founder, but all the ideologies, all the things are born from this land, not from one single person. All the policies, all the things are like created from the land for the
people. What has your party done to, Vasudha, sorry, Tenmuri Prasanna, the question will be raised. What kind of ideological commitment has your party shown for a long period of time to claim a legacy of Anna? Just making statements doesn't allow you to claim the legacy of Anna. People will say that this is pure gimmickry at the moment.
If people say gimmickry at the moment, then it would have been not come to this show and then came here. People have addressed our leader, our chief as a leader, and people are drawn towards him. That is why it has been a show here. When Kamaraj's deepfake video came, there is not a show.
Tenmuri Prasanna, your leader, TVK chief, Vijay, has only been talking about MG Ramachandran, and MG Ramachandran means Rette Ilai or the two leaves symbol, and Suryan is CN Annadurai. So clearly you need your own icons also to show TVK as completely different from other parties, isn't it?
No, actually, we see them not as a founder of one single party. We see them as a chief ministers of Tamil Nadu who did good work to people. There are no other chief ministers after Kamarajar, Annadurai and MGR has come. So we are highlighting them to show that they have done a good work to people of Tamil Nadu. They are seeing only this.
Final word to you.
They borrowed ideology from Periyar, but where is the statue of
we are taking over good policies of the icons of Dravidian movement. We are also a Dravidian party. We have equal claim to them.
Right. Anna was a follower of Periyar.
Sir, I have to speak now, no?
Right? Then how they can own
my time, madam.
None of the ideologies
no,
can be
you have to mute them, no?
Single party
when people
in Tamil Nadu.
speak on my time, then how
one
do
minute,
I speak?
1 minute, Tenmuri Prasanna, let Selam Dharnitharan finish his point. Go ahead. Last word to you.
Tamil Nadu after 2021 has grown in all fields. For example, the debt to GDP ratio has been reduced. Investment has been increased to about 11 lakh crores. So that way we have done everything. The law and order has improved drastically. Morning breakfast scheme, 1,000 rupees to university goers, right? For girls who want to go to join university from government school. A number of government school students joining central government universities such as IIT. Number of civil servant aspirants governments are trained. Morning breakfast scheme in Tamil Nadu serving as an example for the rest of the world. So to find one or two mistakes and then say entire governance is bad, tell me any government in the world is flawless, right? But overall, how has Tamil Nadu government performed under MK Stalin? Fantastic, right? Tamil Nadu is a real torchbearer of Anna's legacy. Why will they vote for a fake model?
Anyone knows the recent TNPC issue.
What is
And they are
Vijay's
talking about
administrative
GDP,
capabilities?
but they are not
What is
talking
the-
about
what-
financial deficit, whatever.
Okay, both of you, thank you so much for being part of this broadcast. Veera, this is clearly an evolving discussion. Appropriation of Dravidian icons to one party feeling really happy that finally, its icons are getting celebrated, which is how Tamil parties are also looking at their own politics. But let's also look at other stories from the south of India now.
That's right. Let's also look at other stories from the south of India now, to a challenge to, from artificial intelligence to movie screens, to the 200 rupee price cap on movie tickets in Karnataka. Vasudha, the Karnataka High Court is hearing a petition from movie makers like the makers of movie Kantara 2 and others, challenging the government order capping movie tickets at 200 rupees. After hearing the arguments, the High Court has now reserved its orders, Vasudha.
That's right, Veera. The decision of the state government aimed at making movies in multiplexes and other halls affordable for the population has had a sharp pushback from distributors. States like Tamil Nadu have had a cap on movie tickets, but producers and distributors have argued that this affects their collections in the OTT era. Our colleague Deepak Bopanna has the details.
Now, in the previous budget, of course, the Karnataka government announced that they would be capping movie tickets at 200 rupees. At that point in time, of course, there were mixed reactions. Some of the multiplexes in particular, of course, were apprehensive, but they hadn't really, made a move. But when these rules, of course, got notified very recently, the Association of All India Multiplexes and a few other, entities, including Hombale Films, of course, which is the producer for the franchises like, Kantara, and Kantara 2, of course, is up for release in a couple of weeks from now, decided to, file a PIL in the Karnataka High Court. That was, of course, heard today. More importantly, while it was heard in the Karnataka High Court, several, observations were made by the court, and more importantly, the argument that came in from these entities was that this was an arbitrary move by the Karnataka government, because at the end of the day, if the customers want to pay more in case they want luxury, why should the government really interfere, was the question that they had raised. And they had also said that this will really impact the financial position of many of these entities. Now, as far as the High Court is concerned, it heard many of these petitions and also decided to club together some of the petitions that came by at the last moment as well, and has reserved its order. The orders have been, of course, reserved for an interim plea. The interim plea is that while the case, of course, is heard over a longer run, as of now, there should be an interim stay on these rules that have been imposed by the Karnataka government.
Well, the question really, Vasudha, is will you get to see Kantara 2 at under 200 bucks, or will it be charged at a free-for-all pricing system? Multiple dimensions to that argument in a film-crazy world, Vasudha.
That's right, Veera. I always wait for the movies to come on video streaming platforms. Clearly, this is something that has caused a disruption that probably all of us will have to study very hard. With that, it's time for a short break. More news and updates on the other side.
The world's defining stage. Leaders, visionaries, decision makers, confronting the challenges of our time.
हमारा प्रयास होगा भारत की सेंचुरी सिर्फ भारत की नहीं बल्कि पूरी मानवता की जीत की सेंचुरी बने।
NDTV World Summit 2025, Edge of the Unknown, 17th to 18th October, only on NDTV.
Finessa Windows, beautiful and durable designs. इंस्टॉलेशन से मेंटेनेंस की लाइफ लॉन्ग कस्टमर सर्विस। आपके घर में फिनेस्टा नहीं है तो कॉल कीजिए।
फाइन फाइनर फिनेस्टा।
जब मुंबई से वापस कोल्हापुर शिफ्ट हुआ तो सबने कहा कि ड्रीम सिटी को छोड़ रहा है। ड्रीम सिटी तो मैंने कहा ड्रीम में तो यही गलियां आती हैं। तो जब ये रियलाइज हुआ कि कुछ बड़ा करने के लिए बड़े शहर में रहने की जरूरत नहीं है, तब लगा कि लाइफ में ग्रो किया। कशी ताई, ऐसे बॉय मिलते मुंबई में? चांस ही नहीं।
SIP करो, इन्वेस्ट करो, लाइफ में ग्रो करो। प्रतिभूति बाजार में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। निवेश करने से पहले सभी संबंधित दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें। गोल्ड प्लस ऑप्टिमिस्टिक रिफ्लेक्टिव ग्लास लगाओ, धूप की गर्मी को दूर भगाओ और बिजली का बिल भी बचाओ।
What seems settled for me is unfinished business. So I rewind. I pause. I reflect. I dig until what's buried stands up to be counted. Breaking ground, not just headlines, the meaning behind them. This is Breaking Ground with me, Vedika Sood.
हेलो बोलिए मैडम, डब्बा ट्रेडिंग कब से चल रहा है पता है मैडम आपको? हम और आप तो जन्म भी नहीं हुआ था हमारा।
We investigated a shady advisory firm that has spent big bucks on advertising on the front pages of national dailies.
ये आपको बिल्कुल उसका ऐसे हल्का सा भी खौफ नहीं है?
मैडम एक बात को खौफ किस लिए रखना चाहिए तो बताओ, कौन सा गलत काम कर रहा हूँ मैं?
After our report, we also saw NSE came out with a cautionary circular to the investors. Market Regulator, Securities and Exchange Board of India has also come out with a release talking about the actions that it has taken. Cyber complaint has also been filed against the entities involved in this entire Dabba trading scam.
The best app to use is the NDTV app.
दुनिया भर में जब भी भारतीय मीडिया की चर्चा होती है तो एनडीटीवी सबसे पहले जिक्र में आता है।
मैं आपका बात से सहमत हूं, उल्टे हम भी जब विदेश जाते हैं, the best app to use is the NDTV app.
माय बर्थडे गिफ्ट टू पापा, ये उनके पापा की पहली गाड़ी एक गराज में पड़ी थी दार्जिलिंग में, फिर 3 मैकेनिक, पेंटिंग, पॉलिशिंग, जब इसे फाइनली घर लाया ना तब लगा लाइफ में ग्रो किया है। बुलाओ।
SIP करो, इन्वेस्ट करो, लाइफ में ग्रो करो।
प्रतिभूति बाजार में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है। निवेश करने से पहले सभी संबंधित दस्तावेजों को ध्यान से पढ़ें। Hello everybody, Prime Minister Narendra Modi turned 75 this week. But what his cabinet colleagues think about his leadership? We have with us Senior Minister in the Modi Cabinet, Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas, Hardeep Puri. Thank you, Mr. Puri, for speaking on NDTV. Always a pleasure to have you on NDTV. In the last 11 years, we've seen the Prime Minister work very hard. We are told that he makes the ministers also work very hard. He's a hard taskmaster. What are the certain aspects about his leadership, his personality, that you think sets him apart from the rest of the people that you worked with?
Yeah, I think to begin with, Vasudha, hard work is not a characterization I would use, because that would be, in many respects, an understatement. In Modi, the person, I don't mean Modi, the Prime Minister, you've got an individual whose entire life is characterized by what I describe is total commitment and dedication. Total commitment and dedication to a cause, total commitment and dedication to the country, and these are traits he has been displaying for a long time. I'll give you a small example of a personal anecdote. I was in 1999, I think in the month of January, under orders of transfer to London as Deputy High Commissioner. And the late Arun Jaitley had a lunch to bid farewell for me. And at that stage, the Honorable Prime Minister was then a private citizen. He was a pracharak, and he invited him. I was very happy to have the privilege to meet him. I'd known him earlier. When I was a student in the university, I used to meet Modi ji, etc. But I remember in that, he had not become Chief Minister yet. It was before that. And he told me ki, and there was no talk of his becoming Chief Minister at that stage. Okay, yeah. I'm talking about 98, 99. And he said, "Kab ja rahe ho London? Main aunga." So I said, "Zarur aiye, etc. Aapka swagat hoga, etc." And then he did not come when I was posted to London, but when I finished my transfer and posting and tenure in London, I went to Geneva as ambassador and permanent representative. I got a call from him one day. And he told me that मैं लंदन तो नहीं आया, मैंने वादा किया था, पर मैं आपको जेनीवा आ रहा हूँ. And he told me the reason. You know, there was a freedom fighter. His name was Shyamji Krishanji Verma. His ashes were interned in the cemetery in Geneva. Right. And I did not know then, but very early he said that all those, this is Modi ji, on record to saying all those who made our freedom possible, we have to honor all of them. So one of the first acts he does as Chief Minister of Gujarat is to come to personally take the ashes of Shyamji Krishanji Verma back to Gujarat, and not only to take the ashes back to Gujarat, but also then to, in a public display of honoring this thing. Right. He is very strong. He is very strong in honoring the past, in taking pride in our cultural and civilizational heritage, which explains much of the action which comes in later. And he is also determined, utilizing the strength from the past to chart a vision for the future. Right. So why I keep saying this all the time, and when I recall the anecdotes that I've had the privilege of being familiar with, that he's the first leader in India. I mean, others have talked about making India develop, but to put a timeline, okay, when we finish 100 years as an independent country, we will be a Viksit Bharat. When the instruments for that Viksit Bharat are defined in terms of Atmanirbharta, and Atmanirbharta not in the narrow sense in which some people have tried to criticize it, that you're inward looking. No, you unleash the entrepreneurial and productive forces that you have inside, use vocal for local, Swadeshi, and you produce for the world. Right. So I think one of the strengths is that as a result of this approach, we are beginning to discover the immense depth of our hidden potential. Right. And that is what sets Modi the man, Modi the leader apart from the others.
Right. Mr. Puri, so you've known the Prime Minister even before he became the Chief Minister. That's very
much
interesting.
Before that, yes, I do.
Right. Also because you've been a successful diplomat, at a time when these global headwinds are on, how do you think India is going to, what is the aspect of Mr. Modi's personality that's going to help India stand in good stead when it comes to these diplomatic challenges?
First of all, I think on all basic approaches, he is 100% right. He has always taken the line that this is a time for diplomacy, not war. Yeah. I think seriously, he is of the view that use of force should not be resorted to unless it's a last resort. But equally, if somebody is trying to destabilize you, then you cannot be pacifist, because then you are opening yourself up for disintegration. Right. So I think Operation Sindoor was a classic case of utilizing the time, delivering a 22-minute debilitating blow to the other side, the evidence of which was available in the public domain through satellite imagery. And then when the time came, when the request came from the DGMO of Pakistan to our DGMO is all right, I've completed my time, but the process goes on.
Right.
The process goes on, and I'm positive, no matter jitne bhi hawabaji ye log kar le, nahi, we have done this, we have done that. I think the Indian message, whether it is to all our neighbors, etc., is look, we are willing to tango, but not on your terms. And I think today, slowly but surely, that transformation, global turbulence is a given. You know, you and I can't change it. But to be able to weather that global turbulence, to be able to navigate it, that is what he's showing strong leadership can do.
Right. Well, Shahid Afridi now has appreciated Congress party leader Rahul Gandhi. It's become Congress versus BJP yet again. Shahid Afridi has said that Rahul has a positive mindset. Let's listen in to what the former cricketer said today.
Why is it that every anti-India element supports Rahul Gandhi or loves Rahul Gandhi? He has been backed by terrorist Hafiz Saeed. He has been backed by anti-India element Ilan Omar. He has been backed by separatist, Khalistani separatist terrorist Gurpant Singh Pannu. And now he's been backed by ISI agent Shahid Afridi. And all of them combined hate Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So it's aptly clear. All the patriots in this country love Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and all those who hate India love Rahul Gandhi. This is why the people of this country say Rahul Gandhi is the leader of anti-national forces and Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the leader of pro-Bharat forces. Rahul in the past has made it aptly clear he wants to fight the Indian state.
Well, the handshake snub at Asia Cup 2025 has escalated now after Team India refused to shake hands with the Pakistan players. The Pakistan Cricket Board has threatened to boycott the tournament unless match referee Andy Pycroft is removed. Now, in a major disappointment for Pakistan, Jai Shah-led global governing body for cricket, the ICC, has rejected Pakistan's demand for removal of the match referee from Asia Cup. India, led by Surya Kumar Yadav, may refuse to accept winner's trophy from ACC chief Mohsin Naqvi, is what we understand, and that is if they win the final. My colleague Gauri has the details.
What all has happened in terms of Pakistan whining after that clash where it lost completely, where India thrashed them. Let's tell you what exactly has happened. First up, Pakistan threatened boycotting the championship. Now, this is something that Pakistan has said that, this is actually the only card up their sleeve that they said, what, we're not even going to play if it comes down to that. Nobody has taken that bait of Pakistan. Next up, it says the bone of contention really is Pakistan says that it wants the match referee to be removed. Andy Pycroft. Why should that happen? And in fact, Andy has also gone on to defend his stance and has said that in the past also Pakistani players have actually resorted to tactics which are unbecoming of sports players. Pakistan has said that the match referee allowed no handshake during the toss and post-match. Now, these are some things, aspects that Pakistan's version, remember, this is the Pakistan version, but they have said that, match referee is to be blamed, and they have therefore lodged a complaint with regard to the match referee's conduct. Andy Pycroft has also said that Pakistani players time and again have actually resorted to tactics which are unbecoming of sportsmen, unbecoming of conduct at the international, at the highest level. So Andy Pycroft stands by what he says and what his decision was, even as Pakistan wants to escalate. How are they looking to escalate? Match referee apologized to the Pakistan team is what they said, is some of the source-based information that is coming in. And the director of the international cricket has been suspended by PCB. These are cheap tactics that the Pakistani Cricket Board is resorting to. Pakistan says it's miffed with the delay in complaint against the match referee. This is how sore losers act. There is a match that happened, you lost, India thrashed Pakistani team completely, and this is what you resort to. You realize this is your face-saving tactics for your domestic audience. What will the Pakistani cricketer and the Pakistani cricket squad go back and tell their people when they face them after the Asia Cup? That the first match that they played with India after Operation Sindoor, they got thrashed so badly. So this is what they are resorting to. What are the scenarios that are really looking like right now? Will Pakistan be actually out of the Asia Cup? Can that happen? It has threatened to boycott the UAE match. That's the threat that Pakistan has come out with. Now, what happens after that? If Pakistan boycotts, then the team forfeits the points. Of course, you know, this is a championship. There's a game that is played. There are rules, which is that whoever wins gets the winner points, whoever loses doesn't. Is Pakistan prepared to forfeit those points if it chooses to not play with UAE? And Pakistan will be out of Asia Cup in the league stages itself. Remember, it got thrashed by India. It lost those points. It doesn't want to play with UAE. It's going to forfeit those points as well. And after that, it will not be there itself in the championship. It will not be there in the reckoning. Is that what Pakistan is prepared for, the PCB prepared for? Pakistani players who have huge political ambitions and also major political statements that they keep giving out all the time. Are they prepared for this backlash when they go back and visit their people after Asia Cup, that they did not play because, well, not only were they not good enough, they were actually resorting to optics more than anything else.
Well, the Supreme Court gave an important interim order yesterday. It stayed some controversial clauses but allowed much of the Waqf Amendment Act to stand. A leading critic of the law, Asaduddin Owaisi, an MP from the MIM party, joins us now. He's also been